TGIF, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. We're bringing it to you live. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. And let's take a look now at some numbers for him.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end.
Sharing the ball
this
better.
Is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Team's been playing a lot better. That's why numbers are going down.
Inside, they have Giannis and Turner. Gary Trent is out there with Cole Anthony. And it's Green in at the small forward position. And for Boston, we've got Alex Sarr. Ben Simmons is out there with Jared McCain. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. And it's Bird in at the 3. And now about a third of the way into the season. You think it's too early to talk about awards, Grant?
You know, B.A., it depends on the award, if I'm being honest. MVP and Rookie of the Year, that's way too early. You can begin to see the guys who are in the running for Most Improved or Sixth Man.
Antetokounmpo finds Trent. Back to Antetokounmpo. Turner, a screen on Simmons. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis with the dunk.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
McCain against Anthony. Pass to Bird. Right side Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up from the top of the key. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
And here is Antetokounmpo. There's a screen by Turner. And he's going to the line.
And you can already see Giannis is being aggressive early.
He was going up.
We got Ben Simmons guarding him right now, but I don't know, man.
Giannis hasn't quite.
If Ben can't guard him, I don't think.
And you know, he hasn't.
This is going to be a tough game for Team Bird. Just because the matchup with Giannis.
Hitting on those
causes a lot of problems.
Shutting down the lane defensively, and of course.
I know you. I don't believe in the one-man game situation, but when you have one player that causes that many problems matchup-wise, it could throw a wrench into what you want to do defensively. And Giannis presents that kind of a problem tonight. So we'll see what happens.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
We might have to go to a zone defense. We'll see. We won't go to it yet. We'll see how he does. I don't want to start getting up three-pointers early. Maybe we'll bring it in the second half or maybe the second quarter. You might see a 3-2 zone coming up here pretty soon at some point.
That one misses. And we know how loyal Giannis is to Milwaukee, but trade rumors continue.
Yeah, it's just the reality when you have a superstar player.
We can get fouls on him. That's another thing, too. You got to go at him. Get fouls on him.
Run at it somewhere.
A tremendous
Team Larry Bird, the hottest team in the NBA right now, riding a 10-game winning streak. They have fought their way back into it. They win the game tonight. They'll move up to the top 4 seeds of the Eastern Conference here in December as we're separating all the top teams from the bottom teams. Those are a big game for them, especially with the game with Team Jordan in about 48 hours from now, after this game. They've already beaten Team Jordan. If they can get that game again against Team Jordan, that will really help their cause.
Sarr's stature grabs your attention, but he's stronger than he looks too, and that can be a pretty dangerous
tonight they got a hard game against Milwaukee.
We'll
see what happens.
To use it right.
If you didn't catch any of all that, guys, make sure you read the description area. All that's been covered for you down there. Other than that, sit back and enjoy.
And that's good as he hits both shots. We played just over a minute here in the first. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keefe. I brought up Giannis Antetokounmpo and how effective a scorer he is, and Coach told me, well, when he gets into the lane, he's very tough to guard. For us, it's about forcing him into longer and ideally contested jumpers. That's what I want us to do. We'll see if they're able to accomplish this. Guys, back over to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Larry Bird looking to get his teammates open.
Not let Sarr get that ball
penetration
inside.
kick.
And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. It's a 3-point game. Oh, and the jam
For a guy his size, Giannis handles the rock very
causing
well, which makes him a
havoc right now.
Defenses.
And you know, nice to head up to when he starts kicking out those threes,
these big plays.
Team Bird, talk about this. Let's get this defensive strategy together. I came in here with one strategy. It's not working. We're going to have to do something special with Giannis because you already know he's getting to the basket so clean. You already know what's going to start happening next. Penetration kick to three-pointers. So we're going to have to do something special with him. Because I already came in here with a we're just going to go. I was going to give him the jump shot, but Ben Simmons is playing off of him. He's still driving by him. So, hey, smother him then. Get up on him then, Ben. Don't give him any space. Usually you would think smothering him with, playing off of him would take the drive away. But, man, Giannis he's so long. That first step covers so much ground. It doesn't even matter.
Timeout called by Brian Keefe. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Milwaukee this season.
And they'll meet 3 times overall. A little bit of a tone setter here tonight.
Yeah, these season series are fun to monitor. There are lots of ebbs and flows, and I'm curious to see how it's going to start out.
Here's Bird, scoring over 35 a game. He's someone they depend on for production. Sabonis against Turner. Goes back up. And there's a nice layup by Sabonis.
This is exactly the start they were hoping for at the offensive end.
Anthony, the pass to Turner. To the left wing. Here's Antetokounmpo. Back to Turner. Pass to Anthony. Clock at 6. Here's Trent. And McCain pulls it down. Boston leading by 3. Out to the wing. Here's Bird. Here's Sarr. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Trent against McCain. Here's Bird. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it.
Offense is looking kind of shaky out of there. Got to get into a better. Yeah, unfortunately, 2K doesn't save your offensive sets game to game, so you got to constantly come in here and do it. This is why you see me do this every game, unfortunately. I know it slows gameplay down, but it is what it is, guys. They don't let you save your sets. So you kind of get, sometimes you have a little bit of a clunky action there to start the games, and I apologize for that. And we're going to do a point. There, we should be good.
To fall. That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Green, the pass to Trent. Antetokounmpo outside to the inside. Tipped.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. He was all alone on that one.
There you go.
Bird's gotten his second.
Now they're communicating.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Pass to Sarr. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Bucks trail by 7. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Here's Bird. Outside McCain. Here's the pick. Driving inside. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Team Larry Bird right now, as a team, is playing with the best chemistry of all the legend teams by far on both sides of the ball. They're sharing it. They're defending. They're rebounding. They're unselfish.
Here's a look at the current NBA Cup standings for you, right in the middle of group play.
Yeah, and at this juncture, you can't win the NBA Cup, but you can certainly lose it. Lots of teams are close to being eliminated. This is just such a fun competition.
The Bucks trail by 9. Anthony outside. Pass to Trent. On the wing, Green. 5 on the clock. For 3, Anthony. And he buries his first look.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's Sabonis. Pass to Simmons. Here's Sarr. Antetokounmpo covering. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Bird. And Boston again with the bucket. Here's Anthony. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Three-pointer, Anthony. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Anthony's got 6.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
Yeah, that's a little easier to do out on the perimeter.
Now here's McCain. Currently averaging 5 points a game. To the right side. Down low. Here's Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
Every time I watch Sarr, I'm just amazed at how light off the floor he is.
The Bucks trail by 7. Anthony outside. Antetokounmpo survey. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Bird passes to Simmons. Now Sabonis. The block.
So the offense really feeling the effects of Turner's 7'4" wingspan there.
Two on the clock. Bird. And so the ball out of bounds. Antetokounmpo touches.
I'll remember that. If it's a last game, a last-second shot situation, I'll remember what Antetokounmpo just did for that play. Good defense.
Here's Bird. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Give him 8 points now.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their
I'll have to remember that if it comes down to a last-second shot.
And so timeout here.
Antetokounmpo took that play completely away
right
from
now,
Bird.
He might be looking at some adjustments.
I might have to use it against him. He's going to overplay. He can get a backdoor cut to the basket on a lob if he does that again on Bird in that situation.
And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. Taking a look at Boston, right now 5th in the division, right in the middle. And of course there's the Bucks, behind 9.5 games.
Well, right now for Boston, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
Well, this is kind of where we expected them to be. They're a very good team, maybe even great, but they are still one level below the very top.
The Bucks
Team Larry Bird, the hottest team
is Turner, and then Turner
in the NBA. Right there, they weren't.
Too easy for Turner. The defense has to
Miles
put
Turner
more of a
serves
fight
up a
around the
finish.
rim.
And Simmons has got the ball here.
And here come the backups for Team Bird.
Clicking as a unit. Tonight,
Here comes Bo to the sideline, Kubali.
And we're seeing just how good this team is.
Here comes Bird curling.
The way they're rolling right
Larry
now,
open.
this winning streak could go on for a while.
Not this time.
The Bucks have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Here's Turner. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
Hey, when you're as big as a guy like Turner, that's what you're supposed to do. Attack in the painted area.
And Boston with some changes. Bowl, he's checked in for Sarr. Coulibaly comes in for McCain. And Jerome subbed in for Simmons. Here's Bird. Give him 8 points now. Right side Bull to the paint. Trent with a double. 6 to shoot. Here's Jerome. Drills it from deep.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
That is just beautiful ball movement. Unselfish basketball.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 7 over Bol. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Boston leading by 8. And Grant, the son of Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis. How much do you think Domas modeled his game after his dad?
Well, B.A., I played against his dad. Arvydas was 5 inches taller, but the elite skill set shared in common. No doubt, Domas took a lot of pointers from his father.
Sabonis can't hit. Bucks trail by 8. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Anthony. Trent on the wing. There's a screen by Turner. Pulls up. Boston pulls it in. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo is unlocking a new aspect of his game. He said,
Larry Bird with the sleight of hand.
From the high post. But Doc told me that you can be very effective.
Playing pity pat.
It's hard for people to show a crowd, and you're one step closer to the basket. I plan to stay there for the rest of my career. PA, back to you.
A new wrinkle. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Milwaukee with the ball. Following the bucket by Boston. Back to Anthony. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Coulibaly. Here's Bird. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Boston.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
And now that we have a moment, let's take a look at the steals leaders. Giannis Antetokounmpo on top.
And no surprise he's at the
Larry
top
Bird
of this
right there
list.
behind him.
His aggressiveness and opportunistic attitude on defense helps this team so much.
And the Bucks going with a whole new group
amongst the forwards.
Boston leading by 12. Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Bol. Jerome feeling it out a bit. And here's Coulibaly. Bird passes to Sabonis. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bird. 10 points for him. And he comes up with a bucket. Bird's got 12 points.
The shots are
I tell you, man.
He is making it look easy.
Bird from the elbow was almost
That one's wide left.
automatic.
Boston's
When he gets the
going
elbow
1
to
for
play, he's
3
almost
from beyond the
automatic.
arc. Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Sabonis. Now here's Coulibaly. Defense right on him. Count the basket. And Boston leads by 16.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Arthur. And stolen by Bol. Takes it inside. And finished off by Bol.
Man, Team Bird right now is
Owning both
unconscious.
ends of the floor.
The way they are playing week after week, game after game, it's insane right now.
A better team all the way around.
Now here's Whitmore. Yet to see a basket.
They took out Team Jordan just like this.
First trip to the line for him here.
And when you notice, it's not one guy. The whole team is playing as one. They don't care who shoots. Somebody helps on defense, they cover them. They set good screens. They rebound. This is a team right here, guys.
First one falls for him. Bamba's checked in for Sabonis.
Bird with 6 assists already, 12 points. Hasn't worked hard at all to get
That one
it.
falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for Boston. 16-point lead. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
Yeah, it was relentless play at both ends of the court in that game. They were able to seize control and maintain it.
That is the way they would like to play every night, but of course each opponent represents different challenges.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the
And
difference.
Bol right now is in condition to be a sixth man of the year the way he's playing on both sides of the ball.
Here's Whitmore. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Boston feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More 2K action in just a moment.
Man, I tell you, Bird right there from the elbow of the paint is just about automatic. Once he gets his back on you and he fades and creates that space, it's almost 9 times out of 10 that shot's going in.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
They clearly wanted to be the more physical team, and they are setting the tone that way. I love the work.
Bol out there with Mo Bamba. Then it's Ty Jerome. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Champagnie at small forward. Bol down low. And Boston again with the bucket.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
And for the Bucks, they've got Whitmore. Also Chris Duarte out there. Amir Coffey out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Arthur in at the 4 slot. Now here's Bol. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. It's rebounded by Arthur. And Milwaukee shooting about 47%. A nice number. Duarte pass to Coffey. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Jerome. And here's Coulibaly. Whitmore defending. And there's Coulibaly on the assist by Bamba. Coulibaly's got his second basket on the night. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. Here's Duarte. Following the bucket by Boston. Arthur gets the 3 to fall. Arthur's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
If he gets any daylight out there, he is capable of knocking that shot down.
Pass to Jerome. Now here's Bol. To the middle. Here's Bamba. And it's Bamba finishing strong.
They are just moving beautifully.
Team tonight.
They are just moving. Every cut is precise. They're patient. They're setting good screens.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Whitmore. Banked it in off the glass.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Now Coulibaly. Pass to Jerome. Bamba up top. Outside Coulibaly. Now Jerome. Here's Champagnie. 5 on the clock. Another shot. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
That's a great point, and you can also add poor communication. The rotations were slow and sometimes not even there at all.
Now here's Coulibaly. Coffey grabs a board. Pass to Whitmore. Launches it. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Good work there as it goes. Jerome's got 5.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Here's Duarte. He's scoreless. With the teardrop. No good there. Jerome with some nice D. Boston leading by 21 to the inside. And finished off by Bull.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Pass to Arthur. And the shot goes. Arthur's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Jerome outside. Now Bull. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
You know, Tim, when given the opportunity, Bull has shown flashes of being an impactful player.
Well, B.A., he is a very intriguing talent with his size and skill set. Now, for him, it's all about consistency and translating that potential into winning plays.
Offline from the top of the key. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Outside Whitmore, 4-3. The shot, no good.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
Jerome passes to Champagny. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Bull. It's rebounded by Arthur.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Here's Duarte. Gets the 3 ball to go. Duarte's got his first 3 points of the game.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
A different look for Milwaukee. The league is already buzzing about this year's 3-point contest. So let's have a look at the players likely to make an appearance.
The 3-point contest only becomes more competitive every year as long-range shooting continues to be a coveted talent in the league. But these guys are in a league all their own.
A few players ahead of him in voting, but if he can hold on to his number 5 spot, he'll be in the 3-point contest.
He's a guy you need to have there. I'm pretty sure he'll be competing All-Star Weekend, and he's got a shot to win it all.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the 3-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
Bird passes to Sarr. Here's Bird. On the wing, Mitchell. Beasley outside. Pass to Bird. The 3 from Mitchell. They get it again. Here's Bird. Coming off a 22-point game against Toronto.
And he also picked up 3 steals, really making an impact at both ends.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
A big-time flush by Giannis.
Yeah, and this speaks to how strong Giannis is. Able to still convert despite the physical defense.
This will be his 3rd free throw of the game.
The line for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Shooting 1.
That one misses for Antetokounmpo. And Tim, 1 year you shot over 50% from the field and from 3-point range, not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think the 50% from the 3 could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
The offensive rebound. Trent outside. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Let's be honest. That's not a shot he should be taking.
I totally agree. That is not what they were looking for offensively.
And when you've got your opponent down, you don't want to take your foot
man,
off
them Larry Bird cross-court passes.
Of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Simmons is checked in for Boston. That's good from Beasley. The Bucks trail by 20. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Turner. Antetokounmpo outside. Anthony with a screen on Sarr. And stolen by Bamba. And Boston pushing it up now. And finished off by Sarr.
Sarr using
Bamba stepped up, closed that lane off.
To tell this league that he has
ran right into him and lost the ball.
Milwaukee has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one.
That's what I was talking about, help defense.
Here by Doc Rivers. Coach taking this moment.
Good team help defense, the best kind of defense that there is.
Some of the game plan. Check it out, the 2K
and that's where Giannis
these teams
has a weakness. He's not a great counter-move basketball player. Usually when Giannis gets committed, he's all the way. You don't have to worry about too many counters with Giannis Antetokounmpo. As great as he is, he doesn't have a lot of counters.
Inside, here's Turner, and then Turner with the dunk.
Just a selfless play by Giannis. He knows all eyes are on him, so he dishes to a ready shooter.
Pass to Bird. Nice ball movement by Boston. Bamba in the high post. Shoots over Turner, hits the front of the rim and out.
And he can't let that get to him. He should have made it, but he's got to focus on the next one.
Good.
I don't know how Bird got that ball.
Shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
And here is Green. Anthony finds Antetokounmpo. Back to Anthony. Over Simmons. Anthony misses. Boston leading by 22. Bird passes to Bamba. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Those big men are running right now for Team Bird.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Boston shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. He misses the free throw. And the second free throw is good. The Bucks have gotten half their shots to fall in the second. 8 for 16. Here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Now here's Simmons. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Out to Beasley. From deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Trent's shot is off.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Now Milwaukee moving it up. Trent with room to shoot. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo's got 4 assists in the game. 1:02 left to play in the first half. Pass to Bird. Now Beasley. He's guarded by Anthony. Here's Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Over to the wing. Puts it up. And it's Bird missing.
That's got to frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Well, that happens sometime. Nothing is guaranteed in this league.
Boston leading by 22. And here's Simmons. Pass to Bird. Now here's Bamba. Turner covers. Here's Bird. The 3 ball. Drops in the 3.
Woo!
Bird's got 15.
I got it. Oh, man. The master of the half-inch. I want to say it again. People all talk, I hear all this talk about this bad culture that's going on in basketball. Lighten up on that. Offensive basketball is about one thing and one thing only. Exploit the defense with extreme prejudice to the shortest distance to a good outcome offensively. And you should be looking to do that in a minimal amount of dribbles. If I'm an offensive player, I'm in the NBA, I would be embarrassed if it takes me 8 dribbles to get my shot off. I would be embarrassed. I would take pride in knowing I can get my shot off in 3 to 4 dribbles at a time. Larry Bird does it here with 1 dribble. He just, really 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles, 3 dribbles. Killed him. Done. Let's go, guys. Get some Gatorade. Halftime.
7 seconds left.
I was just wondering, what was halftime like in the locker room back when you guys were playing?
I would never be checking my stats and figure out if I'm close to a double-double or not. That's something I would never do.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out if he's close to the double-double. He didn't know if it was rebounds and points early or a cheeseburger.
I'm talking about.
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the Milwaukee Bucks.
If you can't stop anybody, you can't win. It's just that simple.
Yeah, the game's been completely one-sided, and we promised our viewers a good contest. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the
Larry
second half.
working on a triple-double. Needs about 5 more rebounds and 1 more assist.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Here's Simmons. No points yet. Giannis Sabonis out there with Alexander Sarr. Then there's Jared McCain. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's Bird in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe. Now here's Sabonis. It's good.
With his crafty finishing ability, Sabonis has solidified himself as an interior scoring threat.
Anthony against Simmons. Anthony outside. Outside. Green. 5 to shoot. There's the 3. Boston pulls it in. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds in the game.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Well, the Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Back over to you.
Leveraging that tall timber. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Now here's Simmons. Pass to Sarr. Simmons against Green. Back to Sarr. Here's Bird. Nice ball movement by Boston. And finished off by Sarr.
Sarr is playing with a lot of confidence, not questioning himself, just using his size to keep finding buckets.
Milwaukee has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Here's Anthony. Boston pulls it in. Bird's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Simmons finds Sabonis. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
When we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
It's hard not to be excited about Sabonis, a multifaceted big man who does a little bit of everything.
And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They're scoreless since the first half. On the wing, Green. Still no points. They need this. And another miss by Milwaukee.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Outside McCain. Pass to Simmons, to the middle. Here's Bird. Yes, and that's Simmons with the assist. Bird's got 17.
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
I like their offensive approach. They've been aggressive, but under control.
Now here's Anthony. Give him 8. And he lobs it up. Ooh, Giannis dunks it home.
Throw it up to the rim and let Giannis hammer it home. Never a bad idea.
Check Simmons. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Pass to Bird from deep. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Green. Back to Antetokounmpo. And here is Green. Trent on the wing, covered by McCain. Pulls it in from the elbow. Green can't get the putback.
Well, it certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the third.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Bird. Over Trent. And it's Bird missing. The Bucks have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. And he's going for the oop here. Trent with it. 5 points in the game. For 3, Anthony. Counted from distance. Anthony's got 11.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
Now Simmons. Pass to Bird. Down low. It's tipped. The shot no good. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner. Now here's Green. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Good decision making.
Hey, you see, Bird doesn't have that great closeout speed that you need in the modern era. Let me go ahead and showcase this. So, like, I have to show the good and the bad about everything. Like, yeah, Larry Bird's having success here, but this is one of the things I think Bird would struggle with. You know, going down and doing paint defense and then having to get back out to shooters. He just doesn't have that type of foot speed. You know, he's going to have to pick one. You just guard the shooter or you guard the basket. You can't do both in this era because he doesn't have that kind of foot speed. So I think he would pay a price, yeah. He just doesn't have that closeout speed that you need. So he gives up a lot of shots from out there in those situations. We're seeing that in the series as well.
Outside Simmons. Out left to the wing. Outside McCain. Takes a 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
And the basket by Antetokounmpo.
And there you just saw that right there. That speaks for itself. No way Bird can compete with Giannis in that situation.
On fire.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Milwaukee. Here's McCain to the paint. Here's Bird. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Bird's got 22 points.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, when you have the lead, ball security's everything. Just focus on each trip up the floor.
Timeout called. Milwaukee. And here now are the teams that have made a difference with their defense in the past 10 games. Fourth, Boston.
They've turned up the heat defensively over this last stretch, trying to force more turnovers. That's been their game.
Sarr against Anthony. Antetokounmpo outside. Just 5 on the clock. Ooh, great D that time from Simmons. Bird passes to Sarr and finished off by Sarr.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Now here's Antetokounmpo. 13 points in the game. And that one's good. Green.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And here's Simmons. Pass to Sabonis. Now Sarr. Shot is up. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Green finds Antetokounmpo.
Oh, what a play by Bird!
Trent against Sarr. Now here's Simmons. Pass to Bird. Lets it fly. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist.
Oh, man.
Simmons has got his 4th assist with that last one. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Boston?
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
Here's Green. Following the bucket by Boston. Fires from the line. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Yeah, the mid-range is not a go-to for Giannis, but he's always looking to expand his game.
Here's Bird, guarded by Trent. Bird, that's good. Bird's got 26 points.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Back to Anthony. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the line.
Personal foul.
Put on Sarr. These are his first free throws of the game. A free throw drops for Anthony. Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Grant.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And, of course, that's the beauty of it all.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Bull comes in for Sarr. And Ty Jerome subbed in for McCain. Now here's Simmons. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Bull, pass to Bird. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Bird's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Out to the right wing. Turner inside, working on Sabonis. Trent outside, looking to end this cold spell. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Now here's Simmons. Outside Whitmore. This one for 3. Pure from 3-point range. Whitmore's got 7 points in the game.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Here's Bird. 28 points for him. 4 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot here. From deep, here's Simmons. On target from range.
Ben
7
Simmons!
points in the game.
Quick shooting.
Wow!
Nice setup by his
Didn't
team.
see that one coming. Now I know it's in the cards. Now you know Team Larry Bird. Oh, when Ben Simmons started hitting threes.
Anthony against Simmons.
That's when you know it's on.
Some
Lucky
nice
shot,
passing
but
by
man.
Milwaukee here. Here's Anthony. And it's Bird with a rebound. Boston has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Sabonis. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Sabonis has got 6 points in the quarter.
Hey, the defense is doing their job well. But Sabonis knows how to get physical and gets by them. Excellent movement on the play. The pass on time and on point.
Now here's Jerome. He's got 5. Left side, Simmons. Pass to Bird. Right side, Bull. Here's Sabonis. That shot is off. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Right wing. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. And Boston pushing it up now. It's rebounded by Arthur.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
Can't believe he missed that. Looked like a loss of focus.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Here's Bird over Whitmore. And so it's Boston with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. And though there's time left, they don't look like they're about to give up this huge lead. We'll be right back after this word. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm.
This was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Amir Coffey out there with Whitmore. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Daniel Tice. And it's Arthur in at the 4-man position. Now here's Jerome. Whitmore defending. Jerome outside. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Bull down low. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. He takes it in. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
And nothing is more terrifying than Giannis on the attack. So powerful when he takes flight.
Pass to Beasley. We played just over a minute here in the 4th. Here's Bull. Shoots from 12. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Coffey, and a nice finish on the layup.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Boston leading by 23. Jerome outside, over to the left wing. Left side Bull. Outside McCain. And they're pushing it up. Here's Coffey. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Now here's Jerome. Pass to Beasley. 6 to shoot. Screen by Bamba. Here's McCain. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, that is nice poise by McCain that time. There was a lot of size in that paint, but it did not deter him.
The Bucks have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. And stolen by Bull. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. Jerome outside. It's rebounded by Arthur. Arthur's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, he nails it. 10 for 14 after that one.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
Jerome outside. Beasley for 3. Coffey grabs the board. Bucks trail by 21. To the inside. Here's Tice. Oh, it's blocked by Bamba. McCain with it. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Here's Beasley. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
Well, you know he can score it. So in terms of his development, Jared McCain's playmaking is the key. That assist right there, very encouraging for this coaching staff.
And stolen by Bamba. Okay, Legs, I'm making you commissioner of the league for a day. You get one rule change. What is it?
I think we have to look at a time limit on some of these replays. I know we want to get them right, but for me, if you're taking that long, it can disrupt the rhythm of the game.
Totally agree. And here's Milwaukee now, following the bucket by Boston. Antetokounmpo inside. He's guarded by Beasley. And there's a pick. Jerome brings the double team. Down low. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rejected by Bull. To the paint. Here's Bamba. And it's Bamba finishing strong.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Tice, a screen on Beasley. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Tice. And another miss by Milwaukee.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Outside McCain. Back to Bull. Pulls up, high post. Coffey grabs the board. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. And stolen by Bull. Beasley, left side. Jerome, outside. Inside. Beasley, right side. And they're on the break. Here's Coffey. And it's good for 2.
Well, look, I mean, great anticipation on one end leads to points on the other.
Well, coaches love that hustle. Not only getting the extra possession, but then converting it.
And Boston calls time here. So both teams changing it up here. Here's Bird. Pass to Sabonis. It's good from in tight.
A slow start for him, but making amends here in the second half.
To the middle. Here's Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
Yeah, a gifted passer. Antetokounmpo has won multiple MVPs for his all-around game.
Now Jerome. Pass to Bird. And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less credit.
And, you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy, you know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
Here's Trent following the bucket by Boston. And it's Green missing.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Here's Bird. Pass to Sabonis. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo has got 11 rebounds in the game. To the inside. Here's Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
And you really want more of this from Turner. We all know how dangerous he is once he finds his rhythm.
Here's Bird. Green covering. And Green comes to help. Sarr has the open look. Oh, he's been lethal. Connecting again, making him 9 for 9.
And that's the best way to beat a double team. Find the open man.
On the wing, Anthony. Jerome against Antetokounmpo. Pass to Anthony. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Sarr.
First team foul. Shooting for the Bucks, Cole Anthony. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Anthony drops them both.
And after not a single trip to the line in the first half, he's starting to get the whistle now.
And here's Jerome. Here's McCain. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Green. Fires the three. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo has got 7 assists in the game. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for Boston. Here's Bird. Well, Tim, with the new CBA, we're likely to see a lot more multi-team trades just to make the money work.
Yeah, it's more complicated than ever to trade guys straight up. So now teams have to find ways to make moves that involve bringing in an extra team to absorb salary.
Those puzzle pieces just got a lot more complicated.
So hard to figure it out.
And Boston with some changes. Coulibaly comes in for McCain, and Simmons is subbed in for Jerome.
Yeah, I really respect the strong foundation Sabonis strives to provide for his team. He's always working hard to find those points and boards.
Ooh, excellent D there from Turner. Milwaukee has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. And it's Green missing. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bird. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. On the attack, Green. Trent from long range. Boston pulls it in. Simmons looking around. Pass to Bird. Back to Sarr. Over Antetokounmpo. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Milwaukee shooting a terrific 56% so far in the fourth quarter. Anthony outside. To the wing on the left. Turner. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got 5 rebounds tonight. Boston has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Now Milwaukee moving it up. Oh, got a piece of it. Turner passes to Antetokounmpo. Inside. And out of bounds. Milwaukee will have it.
Well, you can't let that happen. That seems like a mental mistake.
So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group here. Tice is checked in for Turner. Coffey comes in for Green. Whitmore's checked in for Trent. And it's Duarte in for Anthony. 1:16 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And finished off by Tice.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Outside Simmons. Pass to Bird. Sarr a screen. To the paint. And finished off by Sarr.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
And where was this type of effort earlier in the game? Unfortunately, this run will be all for nothing.
Well, they have finally found something that's working, but it's against a defense that clearly has led up since they have the lead.
So it's Boston now, after the Bucks picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Bird. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Down low. Deflects the pass. Pass to Coffey. And it's Bird with a rebound. So it's Boston now. Here's Coulibaly. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Boston, Coulibaly. 2 shots.
Throw good, Coulibaly. Both free throws good for Coulibaly. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Trent outside. So we see Boston get the win here. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.
Oh, boy. The tail of the tape, man. Team Larry Bird with an absolute marvelous performance. However, Milwaukee shot 52% for the game. So that's disconcerting. I understand that even though they kind of blew them out there, Milwaukee kind of got back in the game there late in the fourth quarter. They made a great run. Look at that, 25 points. They kind of got in the game right there. So, it's, momentum travels game to game. But all things considered, great performance. Like 16 steals. Their defense was just picking off passes, taking the ball to the basket. 36 fast break points as a team. Those big men were hauling ass up the court for Team Bird. So much so I think Larry had like 16 assists tonight. Mostly just finding big men transitioning to the basket on fast breaks. Just kicking the ball up the court. 5 blocks. Man. Just total good team play by Team Bird here. The hottest team in the NBA right now, and they have to be to get back in this. So, and with this win, this should put them in positioning with Team Abdul-Jabbar now for the number 4 spot in the Eastern Conference. Finally, Team Bird breaks into the top 4. after a month and a half of cellar dwelling, they finally get to a meaningful play. You saw that play by Bird going to the basket, going to the floor. Let's go ahead and show some Bird highlights here. Let's show Giannis. Giannis with a great game. Look at 21 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 3. This is where they got hurt though. 6 turnovers. Yeah, you can't have that. But he showed a great percentage though. But that Team Larry Bird defense, man, they were just picking passes off left and right. Alexander Sarr tonight, 22 points, went 10 for 11. Bol off the bench. Yeah, again, I'm telling you, Bol's in the running for 6th man of the year at this point. Bol's going to run 6th man of the year because he's playing. Every time he comes in, look, he got 4 steals. Man, off the bench. That's insane. Those long arms, man, in the passing lane. Let's go ahead and show some Larry Bird's highlights here. I want to see that play where Bird goes to the ground. I think Bird went to the floor, man. No, cross court. Look, that's the play of the game right there. He got Ben Simmons to make a 3 at night. That is, wow. They left Ben Simmons open and Bird challenged him. Okay, I'll call your bluff. And Ben made it. Out of all the players, that's crazy. I won't expect to see that do that again, but man, great play. Let's see what this is. It's a rebound. Oh, man. No, it's a kick out. Ball just hot potato around. Look at that. Look at that fast break. Only 1 dribble for that fast break to complete. Those are the best fast breaks when the ball doesn't hit the ground. I love fast breaks when guys just... There's Bird going to the ground right there. Off of that steal. And... oh, man. Shot the gap. Beautiful passing. Beautiful passing. 16 assists for the Birdman tonight. That's got to be a season high for him. 28 points, 9 rebounds. Missed a triple-double by 1 rebound tonight. Got everybody involved, and Team Bird is moving up and onward. As we take a look now at these standings. Oops, sorry about that, guys. We're at the wrong button. By the way, you can see their next game coming up is going to be against Team Michael Jordan. And their rematch from this week, actually, where Team Bird really put it on them. And Team Bird remains the hottest team in the NBA, now with an 11-game win streak, and they have broken. There it is. Team Bird, not to be undaunted, have finally, after God knows how long of cellar dwelling, have finally mercifully broken themselves into the top 4. God, man. And Team Kareem Abdul-Jabbar falls down to the 5th spot, and they are not held. Now, the good thing is the Eastern Conference is so weak that they got a lot of playroom up there because the Raptors are 12-9, and the Celtics are dwelling at 12-10, and the 76ers are down there at 11. So they probably can't fall any further right now. But as we know, like we're saying, December is the month to separate yourself from the top and the lower, and then pretty much you're just battling amongst yourselves. Usually you'll see some change between the 2, the 3, and the 2, the 3, and the 4 will change. Generally, the 1 stays the same. Generally, very rarely does the 1 seed ever use its position throughout the course of the season after December. Very rarely does that ever happen. Usually, the number 1 seed they lock in December. They're there the rest of the way. The history of the NBA has always been like that. The 2, 3, and the 4, you'll see some change there. The 5, the 6, the 7, and 8, and now the play-in tournament spots. You can see anything happen. I've seen teams go a whole season at the 5th seed. They'll drop and miss the playoffs. I've seen it. They missed the entire playoffs. I've seen it happen, man. So nothing's for sure at number 5, man. Nothing is for sure. But yeah, Team Larry Bird getting it done there, man. As they take care of business. Man, let's take a quick look back at what their journey's been. They came in, started the season off, lost their first 2 games. You guys know about the unbelievable comeback against the OKC Thunder on ring night. 17 points down where Bird led them back, along with Ben Simmons and his defense on SGA. Then they had the hiccups against Shaquille O'Neal. Got their butts kicked by the Atlanta Hawks out of nowhere, and then from that point on, it has been nothing but lights-out basketball as they have put together 11 straight games in a row to rally back, to fight their way back into the top 4, and it has been an odyssey. But, man, they are playing the best basketball of any team right now in the Legend Series, bar none. It's not even close. Nobody is playing like what we just saw, with that level of team chemistry and having everybody's back and filling passing lanes and, man, just guys just cutting hard cuts to the basket. Man, so we'll see what happens as their season goes on, because their next matchup will be up against Team Michael Jordan. And we'll go ahead and spot Michael. Let's go ahead and spot Michael's situation and what they've been through recently. They just came off a decisive victory against Team Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, where Moses, keep in mind, for those that may have missed this game, we had a guy come in and really change things with Moses Brown coming in off the bench. Moses Brown, remember, he was a throw-in player. I threw him in there because I thought, why not? At the draft, yeah, he's 7'2". Maybe he can go out there and get 5 good minutes every once in a while. I don't know. But Valanciunas has got hurt, so he had to step in and start in place of Drummond to protect Drummond, because Drummond doesn't have the best stamina anymore. Drummond can't play long minutes anymore, so you have to spot him. So he brought him in there to play those to start, and he comes in and takes advantage of Jabbar, who was a shot blocker, but because of Kareem's inability, Kareem doesn't have an offset rebounder when Kareem goes to block shots. So he was taking advantage, getting offensive rebounds. When Michael Jordan or Levine or somebody would drive in there, he'd take advantage, go in there, get the offensive rebound, put it back. Ended up with 17 rebounds and 19 points. And he also had some good defense on Kareem at times. Because remember, Moses Brown is 7'2". He's the same height as Kareem and the same size. So he matches, and he's from UCLA of all things too. Isn't that something? It's from UCLA. So he matched up very well with Kareem physically. Because remember, great as Kareem is, he's not what you would call an animalistic athlete. He's not like Wilt Chamberlain. He's not even like Hakeem Olajuwon. Kareem, if Kareem has any weakness, there are times where his offense can be very mechanical and very predictable, and you can lock into that if you can move him off his spot. And we saw that not only in Team Chamberlain's games, but also against Team Michael Jordan. So, but will Moses Brown have the same effect against Team Bird? I don't know, because as we just saw, Team Bird features a much, much better front line than what Team Kareem has after you get past Kareem. So we'll see what happens in that game. Team Michael Jordan played against them earlier, and they suffered. Let's go ahead and spotlight what happened in that game. Where Jordan came in, Jordan was Jordan. They had no one stops Michael. We all know that. Michael Jordan's Michael Jordan. We know what to expect there. But in regards to his teammates, though, his teammates didn't do too well. Zach LaVine got 20 points. Don't let that fool you. That was all garbage time points. He came in the fourth quarter and cleaned up. He was playing against. It was fourth. None of that stuff. No. When the game was in doubt, Zach LaVine did not show up. Those 20 points are garbage points. Go watch the game, guys. You see it for yourself. Nobody else was putting in a game worth a damn throughout the course of the game except for Jordan. McDaniels defensively did a good job, but he couldn't score. Trying to go up against Sabonis and Sarr and then Ben Simmons, they just took him out of the game. They just took him out. They couldn't score against him. Valanciunas didn't do a good job, and Valanciunas got hurt in that game. He was doing something earlier, but he got hurt in that game and really couldn't finish the game. He got taken out. Holiday was a no-show. Nobody else showed up. It was pretty much the Michael Jordan show, but yet Michael still found a way to get 6 assists in that game, which is pretty amazing because nobody shot well. That's pretty amazing because to get 6 assists in a game where your teammates can't make a shot, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty freaking amazing. But as you see here, the story for Team Bird, they went into the team played against Team Jordan. Bird didn't even take. I think Bird took 13 shots that game. He took 13 shots. He had 20 points expected, 9 rebounds expected, 9 assists expected. What you don't expect is this: he had 6 steals. 6 steals in that game. He was just picking off passes left and right, man. So had some bonus over here, 18 and 15. McCain, Bowl, as you expect, you know him. Ben Simmons almost had a triple-double. So yeah. And these two teams will match up again here coming up. But first, we have to get through December 6th. And we have a few games to be played there. I believe we have 2 games to be played there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the daily view. So we don't skip any games here. Let's go ahead and move this along. Yep, the next game coming up will be... Let's make sure all the games for today are done. Those games. I think we just played our last game. Yep. Except that all the Legend games have been played. So the next Legend game to be played will be Kobe going on the road to play the Suns. And they need to win that game because they just lost to Team Dr. J. Kobe, God bless him, man. Out of all the Legends, he's lost the most games. He's on to 9 wins, man. And he's the 3rd leading scorer in this series. And he's down to 9 games already. So it's not looking too good for Team Mamba right now as they are going through it. They've actually are only 2 in their last 6 games. They've only won 2 in their last 6, and we'll spotlight them here. So we can spotlight them here. There they are. Let's go ahead and get that matchup set up for you guys real quick here. Mamas and Sons. Yep. Ready to go. And there they go. Already got the Laker for life. I call those the Kobe Laker for life jerseys. I have the I got the Black Mamba jerseys here for them. And I don't know what to call it. I just call this the Kobe jersey. I don't know. Made that up. But you got your Laker for life jerseys. And then you got your Black Mamba jersey. But I guess we're gonna go ahead and go with those because it's gonna be an NBA Cup game too, so the court will be different. I guess that'll show up pretty cool with Devin Booker and his uniforms. But yeah, let's take a quick look here at Kobe's situation. Look at where Kobe's at, y'all. Look where Kobe at. God damn. God damn it. Come on, Mamba. Come on, Mamba. I need more from you, man. Come on, Mamba. You can't go out like that, Mamba. Come on, man. He down there, man. Kobe in playing tournament mode, man. No, man. We can't have that for Kobe, man. 06 Kobe, man. Come on, baby. He is 14-9 right now. They've lost their last game against Team Dr. J. The Golden State Warriors, as they are right now, have a better record than them. And the Clippers are threatening. Yes, the Clippers are threatening. And followed by the Timberwolves right underneath. If they lose this game tonight against the Suns, you're going to look at my man Kobe sitting down here at the number 7 seed, working on the 8th seed, working on a play-in tournament road game, bro. Man, he ain't even going to be listed no more. So the Mambas have a lot to get together because they have, if we look here in the recent situation for them, there you go. Lost to the Clippers. Bam. Lost to Team Dream. Bam. Lost to the defending champion OKC. Bam. Then they got some good against they got back against the Miami Heat, but get this, they only scored 90 points in that game against the Miami Heat. Yeah, they beat them by 18, but you only scored 90. And then you followed that right back up and you only scored 90 points again against the Chicago Bulls, and then you come right back. You're noticing the trend here, guys. Like look here, they lost here. They scored 85 points against the Clippers. They scored 93 points here. They barely scored 100 against OKC. They just scored 90 points against the Miami Heat. They scored 90 against the Bulls, and now they scored 93 in a loss to Team Dr. J. You're noticing the trend here with the Mambas offense. It's not looking good. Okay, they're a good defensive team, but it has to be said, they're struggling to score. They are struggling to score. That is the problem. And they're not getting any contributions from Andrew Wiggins. Marcus Smart really hasn't stepped up offensively. I mean, you would thought that his defense has been good, but his offense hasn't been there. Jalen Duren has been injured. You know he would give you more if he was there. But, yeah, man. And now they're coming on a back-to-back. They get no rest. They got to come right back out after losing to Team Dr. J and then take on Devin Booker and his boys. They're not doing too well either themselves, but it's Devin frickin' Booker. You guys know what he's capable of. This is a man who once scored 70 points. Okay, and Kobe gonna have to guard him, or Wiggins one. Somebody gonna have to guard him. Is he gonna be either Kobe or Wiggins gonna have to guard him? So, yeah. Team Mamba is going through it, and again, as we look here at the standings, they're struggling to score points every game. They're dropping games that they should be winning and could have won. And Kobe Bryant right now, as we take a look at him, he's the third leading scorer in the league, averaging 40 because he has to. His assists, you would like them to be. His assists are actually lower than when he played with the Lakers. But coming into that 06 season, look at that. His assists are out. He actually had more assists, in those years when he didn't have Shaq. Or you see 03. Excuse me, my fault. Shaq was there. That's my fault. They don't have his 04, 05, 06, 07 stats up, 06 stats up here, unfortunately. But as you can see though, he was actually averaging more assists in his younger years before he even hit his prime. So that's really, especially because he understand in those years he wasn't drawing double teams. Like Kobe wasn't getting double teamed at least until, I want to say 2001, 2002 ish. That's when you started really seeing double teams, if any. So yeah, Mamba's struggling. But with that, guys, that's a quick little breakdown how the season's going. Make sure you guys are hitting all the doohickeys on the YouTube thing and whatever the heck you are, and reading the description so you can stay up what's going on with the storylines and the scores and everything. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. I don't know if I'm going to go live with this one tonight. I might go ahead and call it evening, or I might come back and stream something else. I still got my Jim Brown series going. I got to get back to my Jim Brown series. Man, the Browns they're like 1-5 over there with Jim. Jim's kicking ass. Like he's leading the league in rushing, but man, the Browns are bad, man. I mean, they're a special kind of bad. Like they'll play good defense for like 3 quarters, and they'll just fall apart and just give up like 2 or 3 touchdowns and totally break your heart. In a game you think you got it sewed up, and they'll just give it away at the end. It has been brutal in that series, man. But the 1963 Jim Brown series is not counting, so I'm still doing that. I've just been focusing on this recently. But yeah, guys, I will see you next time when I go live. It may be some basketball. I might do a classic game where I do a classic matchup, or I might come back and do this, or I might just do some boxing, or I might go ahead and do some Star Wars. I've been playing Star Wars recently. It's a really cool game. The Star Wars, I think it's called Fallen Order. And what's the other one? Squadrons, and of course Battlefield, because as you guys all know, the popular Battlefield 2. And yeah, I will see you guys next time when I go live. Hope you guys will be there. Peace out and take care. Bye.